USS Colorado, American Tier 6 battleship. She became the final phase in development of conventional battleships that featured very heavy armor protection for the vitally important parts of a ship. Key differences from her predecessors were her 406mm main guns and a novel torpedo protection system. In speed, she was outclassed by other battleships of her time. Generals. Her purchase price is 9 million credits. Hit points, 59,300. Armor, 6 through 457mm. Torpedo damage reduction, 37%. Main battery, 406mm Mark V, 4x2 guns. Rate of fire, 2 shots per minute. Reload time, 30 seconds. Rotation speed, 4 degrees per second. 180-degree turn time, 45 seconds. Firing range, 16.5 kilometers. Maximum dispersion, 231 m. Maximum HE shell damage, 5,700. Chance of fire on target caused by HE shell, 36%. Initial HE shell velocity, 803 meters per second. AP shell, 406mm AP Mark V. Maximum AP shell damage, 12,400. Initial AP shell velocity, 768 meters per second. Secondary armament set 1, 127mm Mark 19 Mod 6, 8x1 guns. Firing range, 5 kilometers. Rate of fire, 13.33 shots per minute. Reload time, 4.5 seconds. Maximum HE shell damage, 1,800. Initial HE shell velocity, 657 meters per second. Chance of fire on target caused by HE shell, 9%. Secondary armament set 2, 127mm Mark 7, 8x1 guns. Firing range, 5 kilometers. Rate of fire, 8.57 shots per minute. Reload time, 7 seconds. Maximum HE shell damage, 1,800. Initial HE shell velocity, 960 meters per second. Chance of fire on target caused by HE shell, 6%. AA defense, set 1, 20mm Oerlikon Mark 4, 37x1 guns. Average damage per second, 133. Firing range, 2 kilometers. Set 2, 40mm Bofors Mark 1, 3x2 guns. Average damage per second, 34. Firing range, 3.5 kilometers. Set 3, 40mm Bofors Mark 2, 8x4 guns. Average damage per second, 127. Firing range, 3.5 kilometers. Set 4, 127mm, Mark 19 Mod 6, 8x1 guns. Average damage per second, 58. Firing range, 4.2 m. Maneuverability, maximum speed, 21 knots. Turning circle radius, 640 m. Rudder shift time, 16 seconds. Concealment. Surface detectability range, 14.8 kilometers. Air detectability range, 11.8 kilometers. Guaranteed detectability range, 2 kilometers. Detectability while firing in smoke, 14.3 kilometers. Consumables. Players can equip the following consumables on Colorado: damage control, party, repair party, and a fighter. Research. Colorado is very slow. Therefore, researching the engine upgrade is highly recommended. Afterwards, one should research Colorado Hull before the targeting system upgrade, as any range increase provided by the latter is offset by the ship's lack of main gun accuracy at longer ranges. Additionally, Colorado Hull greatly increases ship stamina and AA defense, two assets Colorado must rely upon to compensate for other deficiencies. Upgrades. Despite her shortcomings, Colorado is a surprisingly modular ship which can be tailored to focus on main guns, secondaries, or AA. Slot 1, Secondary Battery Mod 2. Slot 2 has multiple good options for Battleship, Steering Gears Mod 2, Propulsion Mod 2, or Damage Control Systems Mod 2. Onslaught 3 offers 1 perk, Target Acquisition System Mod 1. Performance. The very pinnacle of the American dreadnought and one of the Big Seven, Colorado is the last ship of this type you will experience within the US battleship line. While retaining the sluggish nature of the previous ships in the line, she has increased range and hitting power thanks to her 16-inch guns, as well as strong anti-aircraft armament. A massive departure of the other American super dreadnoughts New York, New Mexico, and Arizona, Colorado behaves more like a close-in brawler, slowly closing the gap with other battleships, under the protection of her thick armor and sound torpedo bulge. However, her atrocious acceleration, low speed, and relatively low hit points require exceptional situational awareness, careful positioning, good damage control, management, and constant movement. She should never slow to a full stop. Furthermore, without a range modification installed, she must focus on closing distances with enemy cruisers and battleships to 12 kilometers or less, where her excellent guns are most effective at smashing them to bits. Recently, her World War I era hull was removed, greatly aiding in the leveling grind and boosting her range to the point where installing the artillery plotting room upgrade will depend on one's play style. Fitting her with the latter will boost her range to rival her contemporary, Nagato, but doing so will exclude maximizing either her secondary weapon or AA-focused build options. Colorado also received a buff to her hit points, putting her on par with her contemporaries at Tier 7. Pros: all or nothing armor. She has the same solid 343mm, 13.5-inch, thick all or nothing armor layout as New Mexico, being easy to angle and providing a large immune zone. Good gun characteristics. She has good damage and penetration on guns, including overmatching all 25mm battleship hull armor, as well as a reasonably tight shell grouping. Powerful AA guns. Modernized hull's AA suite will shred mid-tier squadrons, making Colorado an unappealing casual target or flyover. Has good steering response times and tight turning radius. Equipping. The artillery plotting room modification upgrade can reduce the range gap with her planes to enhance AA defense. Main battery's tight spread means it can severely damage, if maximum hit points per second, compared to the standard 0.5% hit points per second, partially compensating for the lower health pool. Cons. Very low mobility, feels even more sluggish compared to the New Mexico, also has atrocious acceleration without top engine, thus it is also very hard to stop and reverse while sailing her. Low number of guns, having 4 fewer guns than her predecessor, being accurate in making your shots is much more important. Poor close quarters defense. Her secondary armament pales in comparison to Nagato and German battleships. 25mm plating everywhere, vulnerable to HE spam and overmatch by 15 in guns. That is all for the U.S. Colorado. Stay tuned for a last review for the US battleship line, which will be on the USS Iowa, so subscribe and click the bell notifications to keep up to date with all the videos we post. Also like plus share this video to help the channel grow. Thanks for watching. Good luck and fair seas.